Hey guys, back with another video. I know this video is long overdue. Someone in the comments asked how to trigger or how to finally tune the Kythera and how to tune the trigger for it. So I'm getting into this video now. So how to adjust the Polarstar Kythera. All right, so if you guys haven't watched the Polarstar Kythera 101 video from Polarstar on YouTube, please watch that before you watch this, right? They tell you how to adjust the sear and the disconnector. What they didn't tell you, and this is what I've done to adjust my Kythera, is you run air through it while you're adjusting the sear and the disconnector. So in the video, they explain that the sear that sits on top and the disconnector that sits directly on the bottom, you have to, in order to adjust the sear, or in order to adjust the disconnector, you have to adjust the sear, or vice versa. You have to have both those screws on to adjust, right? And make sure you guys put Loctite on the screws. I can't stress that enough. Please put Loctite. Like, for the love of God, put Loctite, because it would suck if you're on the field and you're in the zone, you're in the heat of battle, and oh, excuse me, and your adjustments get messed up because you didn't put Loctite. Please put Loctite. All right, so in their 101 video, for the sear sear screw, you would turn the screw clockwise, and then after you click the nozzle, right? So yeah, I got one hand, boom. All right, so you would cock the unit, cock the unit back, and then start adjusting. And then once it springs forward, right? Once the nozzle springs forward, you would counterclockwise. So you do clockwise to adjust it, counterclockwise to back off a bit, because in that video they tell you to back off on that sear connector screw, because you're going to run into misfeedings and double fires and whatnot. When you adjust the disconnector, you would adjust it also clockwise, and then when it engages, you would clockwise again, probably another quarter of a turn clockwise, to make sure the disconnector is pretty much even with the sear connector or sear screw. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today. So again, watch that video first before you get to here of how to adjust the whole Kythera. Now, what I said in the beginning of the video, when you adjust it, or when I adjusted it, I ran air through the whole system. That literally helped so much, because when you're running air through it and you're adjusting the screw, the unit will literally double fire, misfire, and that's how you know, oh shoot, I gotta back off, or shoot, I gotta add more. That's how you fine tune it, when you have air running through the whole system, right? And it also helps too when you have a speed trigger, because you can really fine tune that speed trigger with the unit, because the actual trigger unit will move when you start adjusting the sear and the disconnector. But yeah, literally watch that video, learn how to adjust the sear and learn how to adjust the disconnector, and just run air through the whole system as you're adjusting it. It would save the headache, it would save everything if you adjust it with air going through the whole system. And it's such a night and day difference. Like, I do not want to pull this off the whole and show you how to adjust it, because it is sitting at a perfect spot right now to where my follow-up shots are so quick and the trigger response is so snappy, the trigger pull is so light. That's all you need. That's all you need to do. That's all you have to do, is just run the whole system through air while you're adjusting the screws. All right, plain and simple. Another thing that I did too, I think I mentioned this in the first one of my review videos, put Teflon tape just to make sure the unit doesn't wobble around. And if you do have a max model trigger, I suggest you put some sort of grease between the trigger and the trigger unit where both metal contacts meet, because when you have metal on metal rubbing, it's bad, it's gonna break. But when you put grease in there, even the trigger feels smooth, and the trigger feels light when you have grease on there too. And you want to make sure the longevity of the whole unit stays intact too. All right guys, so I'm gonna put this back together, and then I'll show you guys again how it how my gun fires. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So after you are done adjusting your whole Kythera, right? You adjust it with air running through it. You guys watch the Polarstar Kythera 101 video from Polarstar, and you put Loctite on the screws. You guys should have something similar to this. That's literally my pull, and the pull is so light too that it's intense. It's crazy. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So if you guys followed my guidance, I guess my guidance and Polarstar's guidance, you guys should have something similar to what I have sitting here, right? Just key thing, when you're adjusting it, run it through air, and play with the screws, play around with it, find what you guys like or find what you want in your Kythera. If it's too much or it's too little, add Loctite and get a speed trigger, because literally the uptake, there's no uptake at all. All right, I hope you all have a good one, and I hope this video helps. I have another video that I'm planning to create sometime this week. Some big changes happening to the Polarstar and to the AEG and to the puppy. Yeah, so big changes that are happening to these guns. They're primarily external upgrades, but I think they look pretty badass. So they should be coming in this week, and I should be making a video on them sometime, hopefully this week if I'm not too busy. And yeah, so again, I hope you all enjoy. I hope this video helps a lot of you Kythera owners out there. And yeah, so have a good one. Stay tuned for the next video.